First video, let's keep it extremely simple. And the reason why I'm starting this channel here is that within my coaching business, I've noticed that I'll need more leads, more prospects, more clients. And guess what? We're in 2026, and one of the best ways ever, actually, like to acquire new prospects and leads is to put myself in the internet. I've been doing that for a while now, but issue with it is that I would start something, just like start posting. For example, 3 years ago, I've started this one YouTube channel where I've just started to literally just etc. Um, the issue with it is somewhere on the road I paused that one, and then I started to try to produce like a better quality. And then since I know 3 languages, somewhere on the road I worked on the Arabic YouTube channel. I've tried the Instagram content, the TikTok content, tried different things, a lot of things. The good news is, let's start with the good news. It has helped me to be able to talk to the camera, to articulate things, to talk about like what I do, what I work, and it helped me with my communication a lot. That's the positive part. The negative part, a lot of those YouTube channels that I've started back then didn't work. And it didn't work because, first of all, somewhere on the road I would stop doing the videos because I wouldn't see results. But then I would forget the reason why I started the YouTube channel in the first place, which was to literally just like post my ideas out there. And I've noticed that whenever I'm posting my ideas out there, it's fantastic, it's lovely. Now there is also like the issue of like, okay, what to post, what's not, but that's a talk for another day, right? With that said, I've prepared just like a couple of questions, random questions, literally just like asked GPT, hey, give me a couple of questions. I want to do this and I want to do the first couple of videos on this channel, spontaneous. So the first question, who am I? I'm Jad Taha, 26 years old, and I've been running my coaching business for the last 3 years. I've coached 150 plus successful clients. When it comes to who I work with ambitious professionals and entrepreneurs, meaning someone who has a dream, has a vision, and want to make sure that this vision and the dream isn't just in their head, but it's also accomplished on the floor. We strategize together, we work on it together, I hold them accountable, etc. I'd like actually like to talk about my framework and to structure it into 3 pieces. I believe what I do is 3 things, or that's what I try to kind of put all of my knowledge and what I know and the intelligence that I've built with all of those years and my character, personality traits, etc. I try to put it into a framework of 3 things, just like to make it easier for people that I'm just learning about or like talking with. So I explain what I do. So what I do in simple words is that there are those 3 pillars. I believe that for anyone, for any ambitious professional or entrepreneur to be successful, the first pillar is the performance. They need to perform. Similar to an athlete, they need to show up in, let's assume like a basketball as an example. Let's take that as a basketball player needs to show up and to perform to be able actually like to get what they want to get. That's a natural thing, right? And when I come in as a trainer, as a coach, you want to think about me as someone who is helping someone else to perform. So if you are an ambitious entrepreneur or professional, when we work together, I'll make sure that you perform. Now, here's the issue with performance alone. If you are ambitious, especially nowadays, you need a lot of finances. So, and a part of the ambitious itself is like to achieve a lot of financial success. So with that said, the second pillar that I cover is sales. When I say sales, I mean like sales, money mindset, business tactics, all of those cool stuff, right? That makes you money. Because back then, as I started my journey, I was like always a big performer. I used to perform a lot, but I performed for 4 or 5 years fully, and I was showing up every single day, giving it all, giving my best productivity tips, etc. But I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make. And I kept stuck there till I started educating myself about sales. And that's where things changed for me, because I started understanding how business work, what is a demand, how to sell a person, how to persuade, how to communicate clearly. And this is one of the power. And by the way, like sales, that's sales right now, because like I'm talking to you, you are kind of knowing me, you are building trust, that's sales. But at the same time, sales is one-to-one sales, also outreach. When you are doing the messages, when you're writing the messages, there is sales in that too, right? So when I say sales, I mean generally speaking the sales pillar, similar to how I say performance as a pillar. Performance is a pillar, sales is a pillar. Now we have an ambitious entrepreneur or a professional who's showing up, performing every single day on their highest, and not just like showing up without financial success. They have financial success because they know the sales fundamentals. Cool. Now we have someone who's making money and performing every single day. Now here's the thing: you want to scale to fulfill this ambitions that you have as an entrepreneur or a ambitious professional. You gotta somehow scale things to the next level, because if you just like work hard and know how to sell one-to-one, how many people can you talk with per week? 100? That's like almost impossible to do 100. Let's say 50, 60 people. Can you do 60 call? And maybe you can grab people together and put them in a webinar and talk to, or talk on stage, right? But still, like, there is limitation when it comes to sales one-to-one. And that's where systems comes in place. Systems, what do I mean with systems is, I'm not talking about just like sales systems for everything. So let's say you're selling coaching, similar to me. Somewhere on the road, like, you'll be fully booked. So you'll need systems in place. You'll need coaches with you in place, or if you want to do group coaching, then you want to have a system to how to run the group coaching. Your business itself, the acquisition channels needs to be systemized, but also like your life needs to be systemized, because like life is not just like about the business. Even if you are ambitious, you might also like have other values, like you want to live healthy, you want to have a great family, and all of those need systems, because otherwise you'll work a lot and forget about like family, business, traveling, other dreams, because not all, like, when I say ambitious professionals and entrepreneurs, this type of ambition that I'm talking about is not always just like professional ambitious, right? So usually those people who are ambitious about their so usually ambitious entrepreneurs and professionals, they have different types of ambitions, and those split into different categories. Yeah, they want to have a great family with great values, a lot of kids maybe, or maybe they want to like travel the world, experience a lot of cultures, enrich themselves, their soul, etc. And they are ambitious on different categories. So with that said, dealing with different categories itself is somehow a system. So to take things to the next level, whenever you reach a level where you are performing high enough, you have the sales and you're getting the sales in, let's say you are making 50, 60K per year, maybe like 100, 120 per year, maybe like 200 per year, somewhere on the road you'll need a system. And that's where the systems pillar comes in place. Now, what systems are we talking about? Like, I have a bunch of systems across different categories that you can imagine. So from my experience, I've worked with people who are literally building PCs from zero, building computers and selling computers. I've worked with people who are dancers, build architectural art in museums, right? Helping them to perform and sell their stuff. TikTokers, YouTubers, let me think. I'm just like thinking about examples. I got this blockage. I work with all of software engineers, a lot of software engineers, by the way, IT people, um, also even project managers. So since I've worked with all of those different people, I always had to create a system to this person, this ambitious entrepreneur or professional, to make sure that they level up. And I had to customize the system always, even before AI. And the thing is, always in my whole life, I used to be this person who tries to do something very, 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 very well, reach a level where I'm automating it. There is a system for it. I know what are the inputs and the outputs, what are the flows, what are the errors that might happen. I would study the thing, package it in a system that works alone, automate it, and I would look at it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like the automation guy, but I feel that the automation is a huge pillar, and the systemizing systems is a huge pillar and needs to be there. And that's what's helping me also like to capture this video. It's a part of the system. If you think about it, what I'm doing right here with you is like, this video right here is not scripted. I'm ranting, I'm just talking, I'm in the flow state. I'm not ranting actually, I'm just talking loud, and yeah, just like in the flow state. I love what I'm doing right here. And the thing is, like, after this is the raw footage. I just post it as it is on this YouTube channel that you're watching this video on. Now, after that, I would take that YouTube video and see like what are the moments in this YouTube video that could stand alone as a content on another platform, on my better version of like on the other YouTube channel, which I post more advanced things slash like the iterated footage. So I post the raw footage, grab a couple things from it, put it on the more iterated videos channel, and then see what performs better. And nowadays you can cut thousands of videos from this one video and put it on different platforms, TikTok, Instagram, etc. So that's how I'm creating awareness that I exist, guys. Hey, I'm here. And that's what I'm planning to do. I feel that this was the step that has been missing for me. And look, man, me myself, I'm very, 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 very ambitious. And I've been working on my ambitions very long, very long, since I've been existing, I think. 26 years old, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I can foresee it happening in the next couple of years. Hopefully, if God wants, hopefully I will be able to make this impact. And I'm giving it all. And I feel that this is the piece that was missing, which is like this video that you're seeing right now. Why I'm saying that? As I mentioned, like I've tried so many things when it comes to content. I've noticed that when I just like talk my mind out, what end up and happening is that I have a video. Now this video might be sometimes all over the place. It might not have the clear hook, not have the clear structure, because I'm just talking my mind out. But the thing is, I'm very well articulated. I can communicate things, especially with my experience. I've posted thousands of videos on the internet. Maybe the long format would be like hundreds. Coaching sessions wise, I probably have done like more than 2,000, 3,000 coaching sessions over the last 3, 4 years, which is a lot, but I've been working a lot. Um, what else? On my community, you can also check my community if you want to. I'm not sure why I started now, like to promote myself. So my community, you can check it also. I'll probably put it in the description. It's not optimized. I'll just like put it there. Like if you want to get in contact with me, you can join it. It's fully for free. I have a couple of old courses there that I've created, and maybe like if enough people get into it, I'll then work on it, take it to the next level, and try to put like my mind into things there, into some very structured courses that will help you to level up. uh, what I'm gonna do in this channel, um, I shared with you why I'm doing this channel, because it is the most natural way for me to talk out my mind and be in the flow state and just like tell you what's on my mind today from my experience with my clients, the stories that I've had. And then, so it got interrupted. I'm not sure what was the idea that I was talking about. Yeah, because those videos helped me to be on the flow state, and I'll just like talk with you about things that I'm having in my coaching sessions, in my business, maybe things that I'm struggling with while I'm growing my business, things that I'm realizing that, or things that has helped me. I'll just like share things and share a lot of them and share even the secrets, share every literal small thing that I can think about that would help any ambitious professional entrepreneur to level up. That's it. Simple mission, man. It's not even a mission statement. Very, 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 very simple. Man or woman, I'm gonna talk to both, because like I have both clients, by the way. I think it's 40-60 or 40-60 when it comes 40-60% when it comes to male female percentages of my clients. So I work with both. I work very well with both, work very well with both energies. And I feel like women and men have total different energies when it comes to ambition. And I really love what I'm doing. That's the thing that you notice about me. I really love what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I'm married, so at the end of the day, I end up talking a lot about my work and how fascinating it is and what has happened here, what has happened there. For sure, with a lot of confidentiality. I hope I've pronounced it right, meaning like I will never mention names of my clients here, but I'll just like share ideas, concepts, examples of how ambitious people, whether ambitious professionals and entrepreneurs, think, how they act, what's happening in their lives, what has led to the success that they are achieving, and so on. Yeah, just like wanna also like let you know, so you know that I have multimillionaires that I'm working with. I have literal multimillionaires, private money multimillionaires, not like having businesses which are making a couple of million per year, because those are two different things. I got people like with huge, big businesses, a lot of employees, etc. Coaching myself like businesses too, so not just like individuals and CEOs and entrepreneurs. I'm also like coaching teams right now. What else do I want to? I'm coaching like successful traders. I have in my client base people working in big companies, huge companies, FANG. Yeah. So with that said, I think this is enough also credibility, just like to tell you a little bit with whom I'm working. I'm not gonna tell you exactly with whom I'm working, but yeah, you have an idea. Cool. With that said, let me just check the next question that I have here prepared because I was just like in the flow state for the last 16 minutes. So what kind of things I'm gonna talk about? I think I've mentioned that everything that would help any ambitious professional entrepreneur. On the sales side, on the outreach side, mindset stuff, as I mentioned, like high performance, sales, and systems. A lot of things come into those brackets, and that's why I'm gonna talk about a lot of things, and I'm not gonna actually shrink myself to just like talk about a certain topic. I might sometimes go a series just like about outreach, and another series just about sales, another series about business development opportunities, even SaaS a little bit here and there, and also like how I'm leveraging AI in my own business. So I'll talk about a lot of stuff, and I'll probably go with series too. Then I mentioned who this channel is for. Sometimes I'll just like be sharing an idea or a struggle that I'm literally having right now, and it's fine. And sometimes I'm gonna share my goals and tell you exactly like how I'm planning to achieve that, my plan. And if I fail, I'll let you know like how I'm feeling. I'll show a lot of things here. If I continue this channel for the next 2 3 years, we are in 2026. Let's say we continue this channel to till 2030. I feel that what I'm doing is I'm putting myself out there. I feel there is a lot of more impact that I can achieve just by putting myself out there. But it's just like for the last couple of years, I've been trying to position myself to show this part of me, that part of me, and I feel it's time to just like show all of me, man. Like just like that's me, you know. And when people know me, know what I'm capable of, when you see the systems, the sales stuff, the performance tactics that I have, and the systems that are in place, you when you see the crazy results I'm achieving with my clients, so grateful for those results. So grateful that I've taken this decision to do what I love in my life. So when you see all of this, or when a lot of people see this, I feel that I'll be able to have more clients. I'll be able to help more of my clients, and I'll be able to have the attention that I deserve because I feel definitely I'm worth more attention, and I feel that I'm sitting on a huge, big talent and a lot of skills. Life has put me in a situation where I had to learn a lot of things in my life. I've been doing different jobs. The first job that I've done, I was 14 years old. I've done so many jobs. One of the books that I was trying still like to put together is like the stupid name that I started to that I chose back then. I'm not sure if it's stupid, just like a name, right? Like 30 jobs in 10 years or something. Because like I've done so many different things. I've worked with so many different people, so many different industries, and I've seen so much, which has kind of developed my mind in a way or another. And I had to do that. It's not that it's just like it was a hobby and I wanted to do it. I had to do that, but it also like was fascinating for me in a lot of cases. I love to do physical things, to work with my hands, but I love also psychologically to work with people. I've worked in the industry of software engineering for 3 4 years, worked in mechanics for 1 year back then, worked in computer repairing. What else did I do? What else did I work? I've worked literally by transporting things, physical work. I've worked 2 years in, um, let me just find the word for it, putting the floor together, like ceramic, and I'm not sure how to call it, but I think you got me. Like just like the floor laying, meaning putting the floor together, the ceramic stuff, etc. I've worked with that too, just as an assistant. I've worked as a waiter, different companies when it comes to software engineering. Software engineering itself, like it has categories. So I've worked as a data analyst. I've worked as a full stack web developer, full stack engineer. I've done some games in my life. I didn't have the job for it, but I've developed games. And then I started my coaching business. I know within my coaching business, I've done the sales coaching, the sales training, the life coaching, the high performance training. What else? The business tactics, the business consultations, acquisition systems, putting it in place. I've done also a couple of gigs as like I've offered a couple of clients also acquisition strategy and applying this strategy, training an assistant to do the acquisition strategy, working on the offer, etc. Read a lot of books. Some of the books that I've read are physical. A lot of them are also things that I've listened to. what else? I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but I just like felt that I had to say it. And last but not so yeah, in the next 2 3 years, I feel that I just like wanna put myself out there more. I just like want more people to know about me, just like for the sake of me putting some impact out there and helping maybe someone who you know, and changing their trajectory and helping them. Because I believe if I help a person to create a very genuine business and grow with their business or career, I'm creating an impact. And I feel that I'm sitting on a huge talent, on a lot of skills, a lot of good systems, and the world deserves to know more about it. Yeah. So thanks God for this clarity that I'm having right now, and thanks God for starting this channel. I feel it's super aligned. It's the one thing that it feels super aligned. That's what I want to say. It feels super aligned and very excited. So if you are new to this channel and you like what you're hearing or you like what you're listening for, make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna give a lot of cool stuff. I'll add my community in the description. Feel free to join. And if you want to talk to me, I might also like talk to me directly somehow. I might also like add my website directly in the bottom. That's it. I'll add a couple of things in the description. Check it out. And if you have any questions, ask in the comments, because I'll be also looking at the comments. Probably I'll integrate like 10 minutes or 5 minutes per day on those sessions to just like go into the comments and answer them. So feel free to ask whatever you want. Have a great one. Here's your Jad Taha, and you'll hear this name. I'll be helping you and helping whoever wants to go to the next level. And even it's written here, keep going in the next level. My community is called Next Level. It's not my branding. I'm not sure if I want to go with that name, right? But I'm still figuring that out. So we'll see like what I'm gonna choose. And there are a couple of names, things like the three pillars, the high performance sales and systems. And we'll see like what I'm gonna create. I think by talking it out with you, you might also help me to create and rename things and choose the right things and develop the right things. That's it. And I wish you a very, 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 very productive and fantastic day. See you tomorrow.